Right, next up is from Mihalis Dervos. Yeah, you. Sorry if like I said, I apologise if I pronounce any wrong. I feel stupid for not being able to pronounce them. But the question is, how many years have I played guitar and your top 5 favourite bands? Okay, how many years? I think it's been about 14 years I've played now. At the beginning it was kind of on and off. Then I had a sort of little time period where I kind of wasn't playing much. Then I got straight back into it and just started kicking ass, taking names, riffing every day. And now just carry on and just continue and have fun with it more than ever, which is great because I get to share it with all of you amazing people. And top five favourite bands. No order: Metallica, Blue October, Alter Bridge, Motorhead, Black Sabbath. That's what I'm going for right now. Those five. Let me know your top 5 maybe. That would be cool. So yeah, cheers for the question. Right, next up is Julian Eglin. I think that's right, Eglin. And the question is, what would you prefer of a Blackstar? What would you prefer of a Blackstar ID 60 TVP combo or a Blackstar HT Metal 5 head with a 4x8 cabinet, and why? Okay, I think it means what would you prefer between those two. I would go for the HT Metal 5 head with a 4x8 cab, because I know the HT Metal range sounds brutal and sounds killer, and to put the small head through the big cabinet, no, a 4x8 cabinet, I thought 4x12, no, 4x8 cabinet, I think I'd still go for the HT Metal 5, just because I'm absolutely in love with the HT Metal range. I think they look cool and they just sound fucking dirty. Nothing against the TVPs, the 60, but I've used that more for my clean tone, for me personally. Great tones from the ID TVP, but I would definitely go for the HT5 with a 4x8 cabinet. Even though I've already got a HT, there's nothing wrong with having a slightly smaller version. So yeah, we'll go for that one, just because they kick ass and they look awesome, and that's my main chuggy rhythm machine. Okay, so next up is from Beauty Through Art of Music. I like that name, that's really nice. Okay, and the question is, black metal or death metal? Neither. Jack Daniels or Jägermeister? Well now, neither, because I don't drink. But back in the day I was partial to 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots of Jägermeister here and there. But now I don't drink. But back then I probably would have chosen Jägermeister. And Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? Neither. Not a big Lord of the Rings Star Wars fan at all. I've never watched any of them. It's not really my kind of thing. I've never had interest in watching them. They're probably good. People I know said that they're good, just not my kind of thing. And as for the death metal, black metal, again, not my kind of vibe, you know. Just so you know, guys, I'm reading these from my phone. I took screenshots of all the questions, and we have 29 of them. That's why it's going to be quite a long video. So that's why I'm looking at my phone like this. Okay, so next up is from Federico Solari. Federico. Is that your name? That's a cool name, Federico. Yeah, I like it. And the question is, what were your 5 favourite albums of 2016? Now, if I'm honest, Hardwired to Self-Destruct is obviously on that list. Let me think. I don't know. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory. But definitely Hardwired. The band Blue October that I mentioned before, they brought out a new album called Home, which was an amazing album, full of positivity, which is what we love. But I can't really think of any other albums that I enjoyed, remembered. Oh, it's so bad. I have such a shit memory. You guys will have to help me out here. List some albums that came out last year, and then I'll be able to maybe let you know. But yeah, I'll just go for those 2 right now. Those 2, Hardwired to Self-Destruct and Home by Blue October. I mean, Hardwired, oh my god, that thing was fucking amazing, and still is. I'm still listening to it constantly. So yeah, thanks for your question. Sorry I couldn't answer it in full. I just have a terrible memory and can't remember much. Yeah. Okay, but thank you. Right, next we have Glenn. Ow, fuck. Next we have Glenn Thompson. And the question that he asks is, have I got any gigs lined up this year? Bands I'm going to see, not me playing a gig. Currently, no. Not really looked into it. I've been so busy, you know, working on this YouTube thing and loads of other stuff and all that kind of shenanigans. I've not really thought about going to any gigs, but I should probably look into that because I love going to gigs. I want to go see Metallica, but I just don't know when they're going to come to the UK. I mean, I know they've got no dates in the UK up until August, I think. So maybe after August, something like that, hopefully. I don't know. I'm going to have a look around because I love going to gigs. It's so much fun. The atmosphere at a gig is just better than no other. You cannot beat it. So yeah, I'll have to have a look into it and I'll let you know if I come up with anything or find anyone that's worth going to see this year. And I'll let you know somehow, randomly. Right, next up is from Isaiah Gayton. I'm sorry. And the question is, what other brands of guitars do you like? And how do you get such a fat tone with 10s? I use 11s to 56 and I can't get a tone like that. Other brands that I like, obviously I love ESP, Gibson. I'm not a fan of Fender, but some Fender Telecasters kind of make me go, ooh. You know that feeling. Schecter have got some pretty cool guitars out. Some of their Flying V stuff I've seen are like really awesome looking. Dean are awesome. I like Dean. I think that's about it really. The kind of guitars that I really companies I really like. But the main ones is ESP. That's the main one. And as for the tone with the string with using 10s, I mean, I don't know. I think it comes from obviously, you know, the amp, and maybe from my playing, the way I play maybe. But yeah, I mean, I seem to get a pretty chug tone. Even when I'm just sitting in the room playing, it sounds very chug. I mean, the HT metal for a 4x12 is enough to blow anyone's head off. So maybe if you're looking for a slightly bigger kind of tone, invest in maybe a bigger amp. As strings, you know, heavier gauge strings will give you a fatter tone. I mean, I use the Ernie Ball RPS, and those things just punch straight in the face. So maybe give that a go. Maybe look into getting a slightly larger amp. But I just know the 100 watt heads through a 412. It's just fucking monstrous. Right, next up is Max Nawaz. Yeah! What is up, dude? Okay, the question is, you're creating a band out of famous musicians. Who would your lead guitarist be, vocalist, rhythm guitarist, bassist and drummer? And what would you call your band? Am I allowed to be in the band? Or is it just like I'm putting a band together? Yeah, okay, well I'll do it if I was to choose a band to put together. Say I'm like the manager. Yeah, I managed the band, okay? Right, okay, so lead guitarists, I would probably, if I could, I would put Dimebag on lead. Dimebag. I know it's not possible right now, but I would put Dimebag there no matter what. So Dimebag on lead guitar. Hetfield on vocals and rhythm guitar. Bassist, I'll go for Jason Newsted, because he's just a beast live, and just his bass sound is fat. And drummer, I'll go for Vinnie Paul, Dimebag's brother. So yeah. Oh no, actually, Hetfield on vocals, Tony Iommi on rhythm guitar. Yeah, that would be an awesome band to manage. We would be so successful. And what would I call that band? I would call them, I have no idea. I think I'll just call them The Band. Because when people say, who's the band? You just kind of say, the band. Because you look who's in the band, just call them the band. But it's all in the way you say it. You can't just say, oh, it's the band. It has to be the band. Yeah. The band. The band. Okay, I think that's what you meant. I don't know if you meant me being in the band. If you meant me being in the band, then I would just plonk myself on guitar here and there kind of thing. But yeah, awesome. Cool question. The band. Right, next up is Leigh Briody. Leigh Briody. And the question is, if you could make a metal band from metal legends dead or alive. Okay, we've had that question answered here. I think that the same would apply. Same would apply from the previous question, but thank you. Next up is Tobic W4NDD. Yeah. The question is, what is your favourite Metallica song before the Black Album and after? Okay, before the Black Album, I'm going to say, currently, if I thought about it now, I would go for Blackened. Yes, Blackened. And then after the Black Album, I'm going to say, Bleeding Me from Load. So next up is from George Carey. And the question is, would you throw your Snakebite and Flying V off a bridge to spend a day with James Hetfield? Oh my god. I mean, that's a tricky question. Well, here, I think this is the way I see it. I would love to spend the day with James Hetfield, like the whole day. We could like go for coffee, go to some guitar shops, we could skip down the promenade hand in hand whilst enjoying an ice cream at the end of a pier on a nice warm evening under the stars. But then again, if I threw my Flying V off of a bridge, I would probably have my testicles removed and worn as earrings by Lady Riffmaster because she bought me that guitar. So I think the answer to that would be no. So next up is from Pedro Felipe, or Felipe, I'm gonna go Felipe. It's probably wrong. But yeah, the question is, which Metallica album has your favourite guitar tone on it? Oh man, damn it. I'm gonna go for the Black Album, because hearing some of Hetfield's guitar tracks soloed, and it's a fat tone, real chug. So next up is from Shia Lib. Oh, I'm sorry, but your question is, if you were to play live with any band, which band would it be and why? Well, I think it would obviously be Metallica. The chance to play just one song on stage with them would be an amazing feeling. I would be fucking happy. That would be so cool. So yeah, definitely be Metallica, just because all-time favourite band growing up, seeing them play a bunch of times live, listen to their music. I would just love the chance to get on stage and show them what I'm made of. So next we have music covers at 22. And the question is, how did you get introduced to Blackstar amps? So I was on the market to buy a new amp, and I wanted to get a 100-watt head because I wanted to step up, and obviously a 4x12 cabinet, the whole half stack vibe. So I was looking into that, and you know, my budget at the time wasn't great. Well, it still isn't. And I was just looking through, and I came across Blackstar just on the internet, searching on guitar stores. Saw Blackstar, checked them out, and I saw this amp, and because it had like everything inside it, you had your different voicings, effects and all that. I looked at a bunch of reviews online, a bunch of demos, and it just did everything. So straight away I just thought, okay, this is a 100-watt head, it does everything, it's got effects built in, because you know I'm not a pedal guy, I'm not a fan of pedals. It had it all in there, and I was just like so excited when I'd watched the videos. It sounded so good. So I bought it, and ever since I first plugged into this amp, that was it. I was just like, Blackstar, they are the one. They are the one. I was so happy with the sounds that were coming from this thing. It was better than like anything I'd ever heard, and I was just so happy with it, which is why I went on to buy the HT Metal, and now I've got the HT1, and I'll continue to buy Blackstar until I have every single amp that they've ever made. That'd be amazing. Imagine a whole wall just full of Blackstar. So that's the plan, and that's how I got introduced to Blackstar, just shopping online. Their prices really attracted me as well, and fucking amazing. And it's just been sweet bliss of guitar playing ever since I bought Blackstar. So thumbs up Blackstar, go check them out. They're awesome. If you're looking for a new amp, go check out Blackstar. So next up is James Emberton, and the question is, if I was able to play 5 songs on stage with Metallica, what songs would they be and why? He said that his would be The Day That Never Comes, Afraid As a Sanity, Seeing Destroy, Sad But True, and Cyanide. Great songs. Hell yeah. My 5 songs would be Bad Battery, Blackened, God damn it, Orion, oh yeah, Bleeding Me, and Enter Sandman. Those would be my 5. I would love to play those songs with Metallica. That would be so fun. So next question is from Alex Asfez. I think that's right. And the question is, what was my first guitar? My first guitar was from a company called Encore. It was a gloss black Strat type guitar with a white scratch plate. Just a basic beginner guitar. It didn't sound great, but at the time I loved it. Just bash away on the strings, not knowing anything. But I had a good time, and that's what was important. That's what progressed me to want to learn more. It's because I had fun. Even when I was just smashing on the strings like a crazy man, I had fun. And it was a cool guitar. I did have it up till recently, but I think it has now passed on into other dimensions. But yeah, it was cool. And next we have Elijah De Luna, and the question is, do you prefer the Snakebite or the Flying V, and what are the pros and cons of each? I don't prefer one to the other. They both do something great. For example, the Flying V is great for fast, riffy stuff. I find that I can play real fast, riffy stuff on the Flying V, more comfortable than on the Snakebite. Although I can do it on the Snakebite, the Flying V just feels a lot more comfy. But the Snakebite's great. It's got the Hetfield EMGs in. That's a huge pro. They sound amazing. But they both just do something great for certain songs, certain types of songs, fast, slow, chuggy, and all that kind of stuff. So they're both great guitars, but I wouldn't prefer one to the other because I love them both. Okay guys, so now this is the last question from John Clark. This question is, what kind of bands have you been in, and apart from thrash and heavy metal, do you listen to other types of metal often, like heavier, even say something like deathcore? I've not been in any bands myself. I was in a band during college, but that was shit. It was full of assholes, so that was just crap. But it's just so hard to find musicians around where I live that want to play the same music. I've been asked to join some bands, but they just want to do pub gigs and do songs that people recognise and all that shit, and it's just gay. I want to play fast, heavy, chuggy, riffy stuff and have fun. I don't want to stand up there like an absolute dick, not enjoying myself. But I just like to write my music at home, working it myself. That way I know what's going into it. That way it's exactly how I want it, how I picture it. So I prefer that. Maybe I'll join a band one day, who knows, but at the minute, doing my own music, YouTube, you guys, priority, happy days. And other types of metal, no, I don't really listen to anything like deathcore or death metal or black metal. It's just not my kind of music really, if I'm honest. If it's heavy, but anything over the top with real growly stuff, not my kind of thing. Some exceptions for a couple bands. I mean, Slipknot, they're very growly, but they're awesome. But no, nothing really along the lines of deathcore or anything like that. Just not my kind of thing. But heavy metal, thrash metal, thumbs up. Big thumbs up. So yeah, thank you for your question. God damn, that was a lot of questions, but I had a hell of a good time doing it. If you stuck around through the whole video, thank you. I appreciate it. If you clicked off after your question, that's fine. That's cool. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Give it a thumbs up. I love Q&As. It just gives me a chance to chat with you, and maybe you guys can get to know things about me that you didn't know. You can comment below and discuss all the stuff. Maybe your opinions on some of the questions, your answers, all that sort of stuff. Let us know. And let me know bands from last year that brought out albums, so I can fully answer that question of the top 5 albums of 2016 for me. I just can't really remember much. I've got a terrible memory. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, comment below. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. And as always, rock out, be awesome. Oh, and remember, Cordell Waters. Email me to the email address below so I can sort out your discount code for winning that little cool competition. And yeah guys, take care, rock out, be awesome, and I'll see you very soon. See ya!